Well, it's a big show.
You must dig my dig in the mashed potatoes. Go hog.
This is a team sport. It's not a talent-based sport.
We got Bobby fucking Petrino back. If I'm honest with myself right now, it's a cool 12-0. Oh, look at that tornado.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the College Football Tailgate. As always, it is me, XFL Jim.
Can you smell what the XFL is cooking?
As always, I am joined by the man himself. He is back. It is Chase Sessoms, a.k.a. the Wolf of Oaklawn. And, of course, we got Erik here, my man, the myth, the legend. It is Erik, a.k.a. Uncle Rico.
You want it? I'm going to give it to you right now.
What is up, boys? How you doing?
Living the dream, man. I'm here, back with you guys. I've missed you both desperately, eagerly, wantingly. Glad to be here on Saturday, man.
It's a good time. Erik, how you been?
I'm sick as dog shit, but I'm hanging in there.
This is why you tune in to the College Football Tailgate Big Show, because even through sickness, Erik drinking his concoction.
This is like 6 Energizer tea is just in a mason jar right now.
I'm drinking some Highland chocolate milk.
Coffee. A little coffee in a Campbell's mug.
If you boys had to guess, how much sugar do you think is in this bottle?
20 grams.
160.
Split the difference. It's 52.
52 grams of sugar. Wow. That feels great.
Gets me pumped up in the morning. Before we look to the games today, there are a couple games that happened over the week that I wanted to take a look at, namely the Great Maction games. Sad week for our directional Mich schools, boys. Central Michigan falls to Toledo 37-10. Eastern falls to Ohio 35-10. And Western falls to Bowling Green 31-13. Did not put up a great fight this week.
A team that I've sort of adopted, though, had a good game. When Buffalo got the win.
Yeah, Buffalo 51 over Ball State 48. That was a big one for them. I think I might be hitching my MAC wagon on Bowling Green. I think Bowling Green's the best team in the MAC.
I think you're right now. At this point, it's kind of they set themselves apart.
Don't forget about NIU though. Hanging around. Miami.
What a cover by Akron.
Erik was foaming at the mouth over that game.
Oh, what a cover.
And then we also had Colorado State thumping Wyoming 24-10. Washington beating UCLA 31-19. Arizona destroying Houston 27-3.
That one kind of shocked me.
Texas State shootout. UTSA won it 48-27.
The Houston one kind of shocked me. Houston has been playing a lot better. Arizona very limited offensively. There's rumors they're already going to make a coaching switch going into next season. So that one shocked me. Yeah.
Does seem a little preemptive, doesn't it?
Sports facts chime in. Oklahoma State's going to get relegated to the MAC.
You don't get relegated. You get promoted to the MAC as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
I cannot wait to be betting Oklahoma State next year. Personally. I'm ready. Now, are you boys ready to dive in to the wonderful Saturday slate before us?
Let's get it.
Games going on
well, before that, did you guys watch the Tyson fight last night?
Can't say I did. I expected the outcome. I expected it to go a ways. I expected Jake Paul to win by decision, and that's what happened.
Did you
watch it, Erik?
I fell asleep, not gonna lie.
I fell asleep watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah.
I fell asleep watching it, but yeah, it from what I've reading, it sucked. I guess they interviewed Tyson, and when he turned around, his like bare ass was showing.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Nice.
I did see pregame, like pre-fight or whatever. So Tyson was interviewed by this maybe like 13, 14-year-old girl for some.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
You saw
Love
that,
it.
Erik? Did you see that? So she asked him what his legacy is. He's like, I don't care about legacy. We're all gonna. It basically was like, I don't care about legacy. We're all gonna die. That was the gist of the whole.
And then he's like, when we die, we're nothing but dust.
Yeah. Dude, he's always spitting wisdom. He's always giving nothing but just like straight up universal wisdom right there. Just like, that's it. The Circle of Life by Mike Tyson.
When we die, we're nothing but dust.
11 a.m. Texas at Arkansas. Texas is a 13-point road favorite right now. Over under of 58.5 plus 390 on the money line for the Razorbacks. Erik, you and me, I think, got something in this one.
I took the Hogs plus 12.5. Pittman as a dog, 69% against the number. As a double-digit dog, 77% ATS. Guys, who has Texas played? What's their best win? Vandy on the road? I think they're a little only hyped. I like this kid Green. Now, he does some bonehead stuff, but his ability to extend plays with his legs, I think, is going to be able to keep Arkansas in the game. From what I'm reading online, their running backs are going to get better. This is an elite rushing offense. I think they're going to be able to move the ball. And this is just the year of the dog in the SEC. Dogs are 65% against the number. I'm going to take Arkansas here plus 12.5.
I also had Arkansas plus 12.5 here. For almost exactly all the reasons Erik said, my biggest thing was who has Texas played? Their best wins are what? Vanderbilt and Michigan?
Michigan, that's not even a good win.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's not even a good win. I think Arkansas is the definition of feisty. I think they love to keep it close. I was shocked, to be honest, about the Ole Miss outcome a few weeks ago, but I think they bounce back here and keep this one extremely close and have a very fun, probably a shootout sort of game. I'm hyped. I'm ready.
I'm going to be honest, guys. I have a terrible feeling about this one and think we're going to get blown out by Texas, to be honest.
Well, Chase, the only game that really matters to you as an Arkansas fan is next week.
Is La Tech. It's all about the La Tech game next week.
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
are you looking ahead to La Tech? Is that the one?
I think you might be in this spot. You know, you want to get bowl eligible. You know that's the last definite W on your schedule if you keep your head right. I don't know, man. Might be a look ahead spot.
Sleepy spot.
Sleepy spot.
Who does Texas have next?
Nobody I looked. It's no.
Okay, they have a nobody, and then they play A&M at the end of the year.
A&M, yeah.
Also at 11 a.m., Utah, after an exciting game against BYU, heads to Boulder to play Colorado, where the Buffaloes of Colorado are 13.5-point home favorites. The over-under 43.5 at plus 410 on the money line for the Utes.
Is that a 10 a.m. local kickoff?
It's really early.
A 10 a.m. local kickoff.
Man.
I mean, the kickoff probably leaned first half under, but I didn't bet anything.
Yeah, passed on it also.
Strong lean, Jim. Strong lean.
If we're talking leans, I would lean towards Utah here. I like the Utes, but Colorado has been a different beast since, like, really starting Big 12 play. They've really kind of cemented themselves as a really good team. I do like that Utah sort of has a quarterback at this moment. They have their guy. You know what? Give me Utah. Give me Utah plus 13.5 here. I'll add it. I'm not leaning any which way. Give me Utah plus 13.5.
I like that play because with the local kickoff 10 o'clock, I mean, even earlier for Utah, I guess. I mean,
I think they're both Mountain Time, so I think
they're both Mountain Time. Okay. I mean, yeah, I think it's a really sleepy spot to catch Colorado.
That is wild. That's like a 9 a.m. West Coast time. That's ugh. Also at 11, Clemson, Pitt. Clemson is a 12-point favorite here, over under 49.5, plus 350 on the money line. I'm doing it. It's
Pulling
the
Pitt.
same angle I'm taking with Texas. I'm taking with Clemson. I kind of did like a who have they played? Are they for real? I took Pitt here plus 11.5. I think there again. What has Clemson done to show against like decent to good competition? Which I think, as far as the ACC goes, Pitt's like one of the top teams in the conference. What has Clemson shown us that they can cover this spread?
My big question though is what's up with Eli Holstein? Is he injured? Is he like if I knew for a fact that Eli Holstein was playing, then I would be all over this Pitt line, but that's the only reason that I stepped back from it.
Chase, I made the mistake last week of saying the exact same thing with Haynes King and Georgia Tech versus Miami. I'm taking the gamble this time. I'm doing it.
There you go.
I'm doing it. Tulane, Navy. Tulane is a 7-point road favorite here against Navy. Over under of 50 points, plus 205 on the money line for the midshipmen. I do have this one a little bit later. Tulane on pace to like they're in the mix. They're in the mix for the playoffs right now. They're right there. They need Boise State and Army to trip up a bit, but they're right there. That's a really good team. I expected them to take more of a step back. Ohio State. Western. At Wrigley. Ohio State's a 28-point favorite here. Over under 43.5. You boys touching this one? You gonna touch Erik? You gonna sprinkle Ohio State minus 28?
I got invited to go to this game. I politely declined. There's no way I'm touching this game. We talked about it last week. Teams that are like in Ohio State's position, I think, are going to look to do it the old school BCS way of padding the stat line. I would, if I were to bet it, I'd probably bet Ohio State, but that's way too many points.
If I am gonna bet it, I would bet Ohio State like first half.
Do the old Ohio State first half under, second half under, excuse me.
Yes, that wouldn't be a bad way to do it. Liberty, UMass. Liberty 14.5-point favorite here. Is there any shot that Liberty's just like sort of given up on the season and UMass can cover this?
Oh yeah,
Probably not.
For sure.
I don't think so.
UMass is they're not great. La Tech, Western Kentucky, 11.5-point spread to Western Kentucky. Is Louisiana Tech looking ahead to Arkansas?
Just all roads lead to this La Tech Arkansas game. I thought about taking Western Kentucky here. I ended up passing. I don't know. I don't think La Tech is that exceptional of a football team, but I stayed away.
Probably best for your sanity that way.
Yeah.
I also thought about going Western Kentucky. I'm sort of just writing my Western Kentucky future to the end of the CUSA. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Mm-hmm.
ULM Auburn, 11:45. Auburn is a 24.5-point favorite here, over under 45.5, plus 1,400 on the money line for the Warhawks of ULM. Chase.
In what world should Auburn be a 24-point favorite over anybody, especially over a scrappy ULM team who I know hasn't performed the best as of late, but they're still a scrappy team. I think they cover this big number, 24, and Hugh Freeze' seat gets a little bit hotter after they cover.
I like that. I didn't touch this one at all. It would be very just every bad thing that happens to Hugh Freeze is comical.
It's true.
And I hope they lose all the time.
The number's just too big. It's too big here.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust this Auburn team to lay that number over 3 touchdowns to anybody. Jeff asking, is Alabama?
There are sometimes they have trouble putting up 3 touchdowns just in a game. You know,
it's true.
Yeah.
Coastal Carolina, Marshall's an 8.5-point favorite here, over under 56.5, plus 250 on the money line for the Chanticleers. This one looked weird to me. I don't know if this one looked weird to you guys or not, but I thought the way Coastal's been playing, I would think like a tighter spread. This one felt fishy.
This one did kind of stand out to me, but
I stayed away, but that did feel fishy. FIU, Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State is a 13-point favorite here, over under 59, plus 340 on the money line for Florida International. Erik, are you out of love for FIU?
I'm out of love.
Again, another team that we're probably just riding the futures on is Jayville State. FAU, Temple. Temple's a 2-point favorite here, over under 50.5, plus 105 on the money line for the Owls. Is Tom Herman's seat a little warm at Florida Atlantic?
I think it's a little toasty.
It feels a little toasty, right? I felt like we would be expecting more out of them. Mercer, Alabama. The trap game, says Jeff.
Should we just take FAU out of principle?
What?
Take FAU out of principle.
Yeah, take FAU out of principle against Temple.
Should we?
What's the principle?
Temple should never be laying points.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Eric, that's
Yeah,
a good
okay.
point. I'm adding it. Give me FAU.
Yeah, I'm
Give me
putting it
FAU
in right
money
now.
line plus 105 and plus 2. Alabama 42.5. You think they cover that against Mercer?
I think they probably do, quite honestly.
I think they do.
It comes to the thing where they're going to try to look impressive and run up the run up the score. So
Should I get
And,
Alabama in a teaser to cover the key number of 40?
is this an actual teaser or a strong lean?
No. It's a leanser. It's a leanser, Eric. Michigan State, Illinois, 1:30 p.m. today. Illinois is a 2.5-point favorite here, over under 47.5, plus 114 on the money line for the Spartans. I think all three of us had action in this game.
Yep.
We'll go. I'll start us off, and then we'll just go me, Chase, Eric. I took Michigan State here. I do think they are playing better ball. I think both these teams are fairly similar skill-wise. Illinois probably cleaner, but I think Michigan State has the higher ceiling. I'm taking the shot here on the Spartans to kind of like shake some things up. And Illinois, like a little bit of a rough patch, but again, that is when you least expect Burt. That's when you get Burt.
And that's exactly why I'm Burtoning here. I'm taking Illinois minus the 2. I think it's a little bit of a bounce back spot for Illinois. So I'm saying they cover the 2.
Oh, you dirty dog. Eric, what do you got?
I took Michigan State here plus 2.5. Smith as a dog, 57%. As a road dog, 68%. As a dog coming off extended rest, 89%. Burt, home favorite, 47% against the number. The weakness of the Michigan State's defense is they cannot defend the pass, but they are elite defending the run. The whole passing attack of Illinois is based off of play action passes. If they can't establish the run, that play action pass isn't going to be there to take advantage of the Michigan State defense. Illinois' best linebacker, who's their best run stopper, is out. Michigan State, one of the top rushing attacks in the country. I think they're going to be able to run the ball. I'm going to take Michigan State plus 2.5.
I respect it. Syracuse, Cal. Cal is a 10-point home favorite here at Memorial Stadium, over under 57.5, plus 285 on the money line for the Orange. That's a lot of points. Chase.
It's too many points. I'm taking Syracuse plus 10. Even though this is usually a fade spot for me going west like this, I don't know. I just this game should be much closer than this if Syracuse doesn't win outright. I mean, we still have is there an injury that I'm missing or something? Is that why this is so? Because I can't point to any reason why this should be 10.
I couldn't find anything. I really couldn't, and I know exactly what you mean. The spread seems kind of weird for how Cal's been playing this entire season. I took the over 57.5. I like both offenses as long as Syracuse is turned up. So give me the over 57.5 here. I expect a lot of points. I expect a fun shootout. Sports Facts chiming in. Eric, you sound like shit. And old BT, old Bobby Thomas also. He's a trooper. He's a damn trooper. Sam Houston, Kennesaw State. The matchup everyone's been waiting to see. 18.5-point favorite for Sam Houston here. I mean, Kennesaw State's time in the sun is it's over and done.
Yeah, they got their one.
This coach, you get bumped up to Division I football. You beat Liberty, and then you get fired.
Have you seen how many kids are like transferring right now?
It's just insane.
I think they already have 10 kids requesting to transfer.
Yeah, I don't think they have
Consistent.
I don't think they have a nose tackle on the roster right now. Like it's bad.
Hey, what's that? You just led us to our biggest win in program history. Here's your severance package. Good luck in your next
I
job.
have no idea why they let him go. It blows my mind. Hawaii, Utah State. Hawaii, a 2.5-point favorite off the island. Over under 61 plus 120 on the money line for Utah State. I wanted to get Hawaii here. I wanted to get weird with it. But no, I stayed away. LSU, Florida. LSU is a 3.5-point favorite in the swamp. Over under a 56 plus 140 on the money line for the Gators. Sports Facts wants Hawaii straight up at a minus 142. Respect it. That's fine.
Respect it. Respect.
Chase, LSU, Florida. Who you taking?
I'm taking LSU minus the 3.5. I think the cover on the road. It's not. If it was within a touchdown, I might play Florida just out of kind of within a field goal, I might play Florida out of a system play. But I think LSU kind of has a big bounce back after the Alabama game last week, and they put it on Florida, who's obviously kind of floundering, have quarterback issues. Who knows how healthy DJ Lagway is? I say LSU covers the 3.5 fairly easily.
I hate the Lakers says Florida by 10.
Ooh, interesting.
Take the alternate line. What do you got, Erik?
I did Florida. I got Florida at 4. Napier is a dog, 67% against the number, 65% as a dog in SEC play. Tough spot for LSU, back-to-back losses, third road game in 4 weeks. Lagway is back for Florida. He should be able to exploit this LSU defense, which is pretty bad in the back four, but also struggles against mobile quarterbacks. Nessmeyer, he's really been struggling with pressure. And one thing that's kind of been lost in the mix is how bad LSU's offensive line has been this year. And Florida's DBs are good. I think I like Florida here plus the 4.
I stayed away from this one. Didn't want to touch it at all, especially with potentially, I don't think 100% Lagway coming back. LSU's been a mess. Florida feeling them. I want nothing to do with this game. Virginia, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a 22-point favorite here, over under 51, plus 1,200 on the money line for Virginia.
I wanted to play Virginia here, but I also think that Notre Dame is in the style points game, just like every other 1-loss and 2-loss team out there. So, I mean, Virginia's feisty. They played well against Clemson. I mean, they're probably one of the tougher teams in the ACC sneakily, but yeah, I didn't want any part of this.
I will take. I don't have it on the sheet, but I'm gonna add. I'm gonna add the over here. I've been going back and forth on it. Notre Dame, of course, wants to put up points. I trust Virginia to be able to put up some points. Sort of the same deal I had when Virginia played Clemson. Notre Dame does have a very good pass defense, but I think Virginia will still be able to put up some points on here. And like Chase said, style points for Notre Dame. I'll take the over 51. I'll dabble. Penn State, Purdue. 30 points. Can Purdue do anything?
So here's the thing. Penn State is already advertising college football playoff tickets.
Well, I mean, you've seen their schedule, right? They're probably not going to lose another game.
Out of principle, I think we need to throw $15 on Purdue's money line.
That's pretty good.
Plus 3,000.
Yeah, I like it.
Just a little principle play.
Okay, we'll do a little out of principle. We'll throw a little bit of the garage bucks on Purdue money line at plus 3,000.
Nothing big, nothing fancy,
Nothing fancy. Yeah.
Nothing fancy.
Just take
like
whatever,
a happy meal. Like a happy meal.
I'll take whatever I was gonna go to Subway with for lunch and put that on Purdue money line.
Yeah.
So 15.
Just make yourself a sandwich at home. There you go.
Exactly.
Be your own sandwich artist.
Boston College, SMU. SMU is an 18-point favorite here, over under 53.5, plus 625 on the money line for Boston College.
Did their quarterback transfer?
Yes.
Boston College's quarterback?
Yeah.
Castellanos?
Yeah, Castellanos. Yeah, he's out.
Then this line makes a whole lot more sense now.
I know, right? When I first saw it, I was really weird, and then I looked and saw it on Twitter that, yeah, he's out. Castellanos is out. I mean, SMU also, maybe going for style, but they're also on path to win the ACC at this point.
True.
Louisville, Stanford. 21-point spread for Louisville. Going west.
And if anyone needs style points, it's Louisville, who still feels like they have, even though they're 3 losses, they still feel like they have an outside shot at making the playoff.
It's just because they have an outside shot of making the ACC championship game.
Yeah.
SMU's going next week to UVA. I think that'll be a very pointsy game because Louisville's right there. They're sitting there at 4-2 in conference. If Miami or Clemson drop another one, I don't think it really matters because I think they lost straight up to so they need Miami to drop 2. So I think they're kind of out of it because they would need Miami to lose next week to Wake Forest and then the following week to Syracuse.
That's tough.
Yeah,
that's real tough.
God damn it! I'm adding Stanford. Give me Stanford on here too. The sheet's not going to include all of my fucking bets because I'm just adding stuff last minute. But give me Stanford plus 21. A team whose season is basically over, heading west to a team that has nothing to lose. Give me Stanford plus 21. Oregon State Air Force at 2:30. The Beavers are 2.5-point favorites here. Over under 44.5 plus 114 on the money line. Erik.
I took Air Force plus 3.5. Oregon State, with the offense they run, needs a good dual threat quarterback. The quarterback they switched to is a pro-style quarterback. Reading up on him, he only went there because of Jonathan Smith. So he's just kind of there. He's obviously going to transfer. He doesn't fit the offense they're trying to run. Oregon State is one of the worst teams defending the run. That's all Air Force is going to do. They ran the ball over 80 times last week against Fresno State. I was reading this article, and the DC said the only time he's seen the triple option was when he played at UNLV. You know what I mean? What is Oregon State doing here?
Not giving you confidence. That's what.
I read that line, and I just took Air Force plus 3.5.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Both these teams are bad, but I think Oregon State's in worse shape. Also at 2:30, South Florida heading to the Hornets' nest that is Charlotte, North Carolina, to take on the Clit, a.k.a. Charlotte. South Florida's 2.5-point road favorite here, over under 54.5 plus 1 on the money line. What's
South Florida's dead to me.
Yeah, what's the disrespect meter right now? Where are we? Are we on respect or disrespect? Where are we at right now on the game?
After what I think are a couple L's in a row, I think we're tilting back to disrespect, which now makes Charlotte more dangerous than ever.
Okay, so Charlotte coming off of a thumping by Tulane, a close loss to Memphis, and a thumping by Navy. 3 in a row. Oh, we are on dangerous levels of respect.
Yeah, disrespect. Yeah, it's disrespect.
Yeah. We're almost all the way back on disrespect, which makes me want to hit Charlotte money line plus 110. And you know what? I'm gonna add it.
Yeah, you're getting it. There was never a question. There's
never
never a question. You just needed the validation from us to go for it.
Well, I need to know what the disrespect meter's at.
That's true. That's true.
That's the whole point of betting Charlotte. Once it's over the certain threshold of disrespect, hammer 'em.
Red line. It's a race car in the red, baby.
Nebraska at USC at 3 p.m. USC is a 7-point favorite here, over under 51 plus 220 on the money line. I don't know, boys.
I'm going Nebraska plus 7. Dana Holgerson magic here. Dana Holgerson magic, fresh off the used car lot, comes in, gets this offense clicking. Let's go Dana Holgerson. Let's go Nebraska plus 7.
Both teams fighting for a bowl. Nebraska needs 1. USC needs 2. This is probably one of their better shots because after this, it's UCLA and Notre Dame. Who works better with pressure? The pressure of a bowl. Is it Matt Rule and Nebraska, what we have shown for the last however many years, or Lincoln Riley at USC?
You guys have to break one of these ugly streaks at some point, and I say you break it today.
God, I hope so. Harbor, we're probably Raiola, I should say. Looks like he's going to play. He should be fine. Yeah, I hope Dana injects life into the offense.
If they win, I want you to get this T-shirt.
What's the shirt?
Yes.
Let me see. Let me take a look at this. Fear the hair.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they win, I'll get that. If they win, I will definitely get that. If USC doesn't make a bowl, is Lincoln fired, or is he just super, super hot seat coming into next year?
I think it's super hot seat.
I would say super.
Honestly, it wouldn't shock me if he's the coach of the Bears next year.
That would be a Bears move.
Yeah,
that'd be a very Bears move.
Also, for Nebraska, I think we brought Eric's boy on defense that he liked with Matt Rule before as a consultant.
Snow, guy's a G.
He's in with the staff. He's a consultant right now.
Translation: the defense running it. Yes. Okay.
No, I mean once our boy Tony gets a head coaching job somewhere, probably. JMU ODU 2.5 points. I thought about getting JMU here. I went back and forth with it, but I decided overall just to stay away.
I don't know.
Baylor, West Virginia. Baylor, it's basically a pick'em. It's a pick'em here. Over under 59. Chase.
I went West Virginia money line. West Virginia at home. Both coaches are on the hot seat. But I think Neil Brown with a home games seat is a little bit hotter. So I'm going to just go ahead and say home team in the pick'em.
I also, I'm with you there. I took West Virginia straight up. I just love taking this West Virginia team in the mountain. As far as the Big 12 is concerned, it's one of the probably top 2, top 3 places to play in that conference.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah, in a close game where I think these teams are pretty evenly matched. Give me West Virginia here straight up. Troy, Georgia Southern, 7.5 points. Anybody fucking with Clay Helton here? Anybody rocking with Georgia Southern? I think on track. Yeah, they're right now favored to win the Sun Belt East. So,
yeah.
Pressure?
Pass.
Missouri, South Carolina. South Carolina at minus 12.5 here at home. Over under 42.5, plus 370 on the money line. Oh, if that spread was a touchdown, I'd be all over South Carolina.
Yeah, it's a little bit too big there.
Because they've been playing real good ball, and Missouri is poopy.
Missouri is poopy.
Yeah, Missouri's poopy.
So let me ask you guys this. Hold on one second. Where is Missouri right now in the rankings?
In the SEC rankings or the playoff rankings?
Playoff.
What are they, 20... 24?
They're 24th.
They're 24.
And who are their 2 losses been against?
Top of my head. Their 2 losses are
They lost to A&M and Alabama.
Yeah.
If they run the table and finish 10-2, outside shot to get in, or just no chance because they did lose by a combined 65 points.
Well,
I say
Erik,
no chance because they got stomped.
I would say outside chance because you see the conference that they're in. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of 10-2. I mean, maybe super, super outside shot if they run the table because that would. I mean, that's only wins over Mississippi State and a win over Arkansas.
The Alabama one, you can argue they didn't have their quarterback.
Yeah. Or you mean was it A&M? They didn't have him too. He got knocked out.
He got knocked out in the game, I believe. No, he played in that game.
Did you play the whole game?
Yep.
Okay. The SEC is going to be a huge clusterfuck to navigate.
I just want to get Lane in. That's all I want. Give me Lane in there.
You just want it. Arkansas State, Georgia State. Georgia State minus 3 here. Over under 59.5, plus 130 on the money line. Give me Arkansas State here plus 3. This Georgia State team's not very good. And Arkansas State has had their issues, believe you me. But I don't think they should be laying points against this this Georgia State team. I think wrong team favored. Give me Arkansas State.
Yeah, It's a little bit of an overreaction to the way they got hammered by Louisiana last week.
I just think Louisiana's that good.
Yeah, might be the case.
Boise State, San Jose State. Boise State is a 14-point road favorite, over under of 61.5, plus 440 on the money line for San Jose State. Boys, I think you both got something here.
Yep, I'm San Jose State plus the 14. Listen, every single one of these remaining Boise State games, like there's more and more pressure on it. I just think that maybe as the pressure starts to build, you've got a San Jose State team that slings the ball really, really well. They play pretty well at home. Give me San Jose State to cover the big spread here.
I got San Jose. I got San Jose State. I got a 14.5. The best player nobody has heard of is Nick Nash. He is leading college football in receiving yards. Boise State's secondary is outside the top 90. Nash lines up in the slot to Ben, who is Boise State's best defender, the quarterback of the defense, the green dot guy. He's out. He's not playing. So you have the guy that defends the slot out, the guy that lines everybody up, the quarterback out. This is going to be huge for San Jose State, who's going to be able to move the ball in the air. And when you look at it, they're actually good defending the run. Gentry is averaging 35 touches a game the last 4 games. Going against a good run defense, I think this game's going to be a little tighter than people think. I think San Jose State's going to be able to throw the ball. Give me a plus 14.5. Guess what Gentry's anytime touchdown line is?
Minus like 2,000?
Minus 1150.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
Nick Nash respectable, minus 155.
Did you see what his rushing prop was?
No, what is it?
I'm seeing over under 190 yards at minus 115.
Yeah, Nick Nash, no respect for them. They don't even give Nick Nash receiving props. Just no respect for my boy. No respect.
No respect for Nick Nash?
No respect for my boy.
Arizona State, Kansas State. K-State is a 7.5 point favorite here, over under 51.5, plus 215 on the money line for the Sun Devils. I feel like that should be a tighter spread. This is
does feel like that.
This one jumped out to me. Eric, were you?
I think that running back. I think the running back for Arizona State is out.
That would explain it then.
Skatabo.
Yeah.
Bo Skatabo. Okay, that makes sense. I have this game a little bit later. South Alabama, Louisiana. Louisiana basically, I think with the win here, fully locks up the Sun Belt West. They already really do have it locked up. I don't know if anyone's challenging them here. It's a 7-point spread. I don't know.
I actually think that's a pretty good number because I think
right?
USA is a little bit feistier than people realize, and they've got they're kind of like Army in the fact that they go the way that their quarterback goes. If their quarterback has a good day, then they're in the mix. So I think that's a pretty good number.
Right? Yeah, it just
feels right. Yeah.
Southern Miss, Texas State, 27.5. Is this Texas State team quit? Are they done? Kaput? Jeff asked.
Man.
Texas State or Penn State, who will score more today in a blowout? Can we make that bet? Who scores more, Penn State or Texas State?
I would lean Texas State, honestly.
I think so too. Big Herm chiming in. Renegade Jim Paul crew at Pitt Tailgate. Clemson minus 11.5 to play. I'm on Pitt.
I'll be on Pitt too. Yeah.
Shout out Renegade Jim, Eric's favorite Twitter account.
True.
6:30 p.m. tonight. Tennessee at Georgia. Georgia is an 8.5 point favorite here. Over under 47, plus 295 on the Vols. This feels like an elimination game, right?
It 100% is. 100% is an elimination game.
Like, I guess Tennessee only has one loss, but I still feel like they'd be eliminated with a loss to Georgia here.
Yeah.
And
It
obviously,
would certainly
Georgia
make
was-
it close.
Did you guys see? I mean, I know Erik watches the Pat McAfee show religiously, but there was someone on there that was like trying to make the case for a 3-loss SEC team to like a 3-loss Georgia potentially to like be in for the playoffs.
No.
And I would be kind of upset by that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I could tolerate that.
So Ball State fired their coach.
They did?
Yeah,
When was this?
just like within the last hour.
What the What did they say? What for?
No,
What the hell? I mean, they haven't been great, but that's a wild time to fire them.
so the big thing here is Tennessee's quarterback. He's going to start. He cleared the concussion protocol. Do you trust him? I haven't been that impressed with him. I think if Tennessee had a quarterback, I think this could be a team that could do something. I haven't been impressed with this freshman that's starting. I'm not a big fan of laying this many points. If I had to bet this game, I would bet Georgia. Last year, first team out, college football rankings just came out, first team out. I think we're going to see a very focused and a very concentrated effort from Georgia.
Yeah, I do feel like Georgia, when they're back, they're one of the teams where it backs up against the wall. They kind of step it up. But I'm still worried the fact that like, it still doesn't feel like they have weapons, and I don't trust
their
either
weapons
quarterback in this game.
Are down, yeah.
I don't know if I trust either quarterback in this game. I might bet the under. That would be like an interesting way to approach this one.
First half under.
First half
Look at what
under.
Tennessee has done in first half so far this
Yes.
season. Bet the first half under.
You know what, Chase? Thank you. I'm adding that. Add that one in there. Oregon, Wisconsin. Oregon traveling to Wisconsin. They are 14-point road favorites. Over under 51 plus 400 on the money line. I want nothing to do with this one. 14 sounds about right. I feel like Oregon can kind of cruise here. I don't love this Wisconsin team.
When are they going to have their letdown spot? You know what I mean?
Oregon?
Yeah, these are kids. When are they just going to like let down?
Let's see. So they got. I mean, they only have 2 games left, so it's either here or Washington, or maybe a letdown spot in the Big Ten championship game. Like if they're
True.
playing Indiana, maybe that could be like a letdown sort of spot just because you see the name. But I don't know.
I'm looking at Ball State's Twitter account right now. One guy commented, "What a joke! Drop down to FCS. They're wasting money in FBS. They send the team to 3 games. They have 0 chance to winning each year. Drop them down, reduce cost, and put all the money in put all the NIL money in basketball."
That's a fan base that's tired.
Yep.
And it's not a firing; it's a change in leadership.
Oh, okay, sure thing. New Mexico State, Texas A&M, 39.5 points. Any shot here? No.
No part of this shit.
Someone
UAB,
commented-
Memphis.
Someone commented, "Urban Meyer has a chance to do the funniest thing ever."
Oh, that would be hilarious.
That would be pretty funny.
UAB Memphis, 16.5 points, over under of 63. UAB's been playing a little bit better.
They've been covering.
They've been covering, and Memphis has been letting teams hang around. If that was a little bit bigger, if that was like over 17, I might have dabbled. Cincinnati, Iowa State. Iowa State minus 7.5 at home. Over under 53 plus 215 on the money line for the Bearcats. Erik, I thought you'd be all over this one. I thought you'd be on Cincinnati here.
No, they got nothing.
Just didn't want this one. You back on Iowa State?
No. You know what? I faded them last week. I'm off of them this week, man.
Wake Forest, North Carolina. North Carolina is a 10-point home favorite. Over under 64 plus 320 on the money line for the Deacons. Oh, my brother. This one, I am torn from wanting Wake Forest to like just get the outright win, but they are really not good. But North Carolina is garbage. Stay away.
Stay away.
Washington State, New Mexico, 10.5 points. Cougs have been, the Cougs at Washington State having a quiet, really good season.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep an eye on
Yeah.
Washington State.
I don't know.
9:15 p.m. tonight in Provo. BYU is a 2.5 point favorite against the Kansas Jayhawks. Erik's Kansas Jayhawks. The over-under is 57.5, plus 110 on the money line for the Jayhawks. Go ahead, Erik.
Go ahead. Look, in my eyes, my fraud list, BYU is number one. Now, we can argue back and forth if that was a penalty. All we know for sure is the guy that threw the flag was the guy who was farthest away from the field on the opposite side of the field. And with how that game was being called, they weren't really calling nicky-tack fouls, nicky-tack penalties. So in the situation, that can't be called in my eyes. BYU should have lost to Oklahoma State, should have lost to Utah. They cannot stop the run. Now they're going against Kansas with Neal and Daniels. That's all they're going to do. Daniels finally looks healthy, and he's playing at a Heisman level these past couple of games. BYU likes to throw the ball. Kansas has not one, but two guys in the secondary that are going to be drafted and play in the NFL. And guess who leads college football in turnover-worthy throws?
Yeah.
Retzloff, or however you pronounce his name, the quarterback from BYU. I'm taking Kansas +3.
The magic of this BYU team will not be stopped. They're gonna lose. They're not gonna cover the spread, but they're gonna win the game.
Watch them win the game, go to the college football playoff, and lose like 52-3 to Penn State.
Well, remember, hey, even that TCU team who was winning the same way, they beat a Michigan team.
True.
And that led to Connor Scollins cheating and doing all the signals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What will this BYU legacy leave? San Diego State, UNLV. UNLV is a 21.5-point favorite here, over under 54. I wouldn't fault you for betting the over here. I wouldn't fault you for that. It's
a hard pass.
The real night game is Kansas BYU, because like BYU has been doing nothing this season besides playing in instant classics.
True.
They've been awesome games.
Instant classics.
Dude, instant classics week in and week out, aside from that K-State game where they just annihilated them.
God, instant classics.
All right, boys. Going
funny.
over our picks once again. I had the picture. I had it somewhere. Here it is. Erik is on Kansas +3, Arkansas +12.5, Florida +4, Air Force +3.5, San Jose State +14.5, and Michigan State +2.5. I am on Clemson Pitt over 52, Michigan State money line at +115, West Virginia money line at even money, Arkansas State +3, Arkansas +12.5, Pitt +11.5, and Cal Syracuse over 57.5. Chase is on ULM +24, Illinois Illinois -2, I apologize, Syracuse +10, LSU -3.5, Nebraska +7, West Virginia money line, and San Jose State +14. Woo! Boys, ready for these round robins?
I did do FAU out of principle. I did put in FAU.
Okay. We're also adding FAU out of principle and a Subway order's worth of money on Purdue money line.
True.
Subway order.
Yeah, Subway order. So I'm going to go to Subway, get my order, and however much money that is, I'm going to also put on Purdue money.
So that should be our thing. Instead of like our mega whale play.
The Subway order.
The Subway order long shot money line bet.
Yeah.
So put $17.62 on Purdue money line. I'll start off. I got this little round robin. Old money line, old dogs. Arkansas State +130, Michigan State +115, Utah +390, Arkansas +450, and Pitt +345. Altogether, for my single leg parlay of that, I did a round robin, but also just did a little one teamer, like one parlay. 592 to 1.
All right. Like it. Yeah. Swing big.
I'm feeling it. What do you
Here's my round robin. It's also like Jim, all money line dogs. Give me Syracuse money line, Nebraska money line, West Virginia money line, and San Jose State money line. That's the big one.
I like it. What do you got, Uncle Rico?
Florida, Air Force, Arkansas, San Jose State, and Kansas.
Delicious. Delicious time. Now, It's time for a nice little teaser to end the show, baby.
Jim.
It's a nice little 5-team teaser.
Jim.
So here's how we do it. Hey, which one loses in your guys' mind? Jeffrey chiming in. Curtis Work plus 1,600 for the Heisman.
No.
I'd rather have the pizza. Rather have the pizza.
I don't see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Heisman's such a storyline thing too. So I'm teasing Louisiana Lafayette from -7 down to -1.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
See, Louisiana.
To -1.
Okay.
I'm teasing Florida Atlantic from +2 to +8. And we already bet them to win straight up, so I'm feeling real good about that one. I'm teasing Iowa State from 7.5 down to 1.5 versus Cincinnati.
Okay.
I'm teasing Kansas State from 7.5 to 1.5 as well versus Arizona State. And I'm teasing Tulane from 7 down to 1. This one feels like a real good one. This one feels really good, boys.
I feel Louisiana, K-State, Iowa State, one of those three.
Well, Eric, that's like half the part. That's half the teaser.
Well, I ranked them in order, dude.
Oh, okay. So you think Louisiana top,
Yeah.
then K-State, then Iowa State?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't lose. That's my answer.
There we go. I like Chase's answer better. Thank you all for watching. Go follow that man out of Oaklawn. Go follow that man at Utah 21 Sports everywhere. Give us a like. Give us a follow. It does help. We do appreciate it. We only have a few more weeks left, boys. College football is coming to a close sooner rather than later. We're going to have an awesome bowl season, and then college basketball is going to be starting up. The college basketball tailgate is going to be coming up, folks. Be ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be ready.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time. Love you guys. Bye-bye, everyone.